What's going on, everybody? Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, back again. And while we wait for Lost Caverns of Ixalan to finally release and come to MTG Arena, we're going to jump into another one of the Quick Draft series here, Dominaria United. Another set that I have personally not drafted. I actually think I did an in-person of this, or had some combination of cards. We recently, or soon to be on the channel, will have opened up a box of this. We're getting through our more current and up-to-date openings, which have been absolutely awesome and super fun. But let's jump in here. We'll do the quick draft thing. We'll see if we can't put together a awesome deck and see what we can't get out of this. So Shivan Reef feels like not a bad card to start with. I'm not super familiar with this set, so we'll just have to kind of see what comes our way here. I almost want to take the Shivan Reef, but non-land permanent would be pretty good, and you gain some life there. I'm really not too sure about this. Bite down feels pretty good. I'm gonna take this. Maybe I should have taken the Shivan Reef, but kind of interesting. Death Touch and Indestructible. End of turn. I'm gonna take the Extinguish the Light. We're just gonna do what makes sense here. That guy seems pretty good. Which is grab some good creatures, grab some good removal, and then we'll see what happens with the rest of it. That's actually kind of interesting. We're gonna take the Knight here. I'm not really sold. It's kind of interesting. I mean, Domain is so good, so it almost makes sense to try to go into a handful of different. That's actually really interesting. I'm gonna take that. It's kind of interesting. kind of fits our... I'm thinking like white, green. I'm thinking white, green, black here, actually. There seems to be... Seems to kind of be an interesting way to set us up here. I really actually like this Faith Bender. We'll find another Gardener, but I feel like that would be a good way to fix mana here. Silent Plains Forest. I think we just start taking some of these lands, and we can just play them just to trigger anything with Domain would be smart. Take the Death Bloom. This is going to help us kind of fix. I feel like that kind of fits our scheme here. This would be a good card if it didn't cost 5 mana. Just gonna take another beachfront, I guess. Cool. This game around. I don't know. Oh, we got 2 of those. It's like, these are pretty good. Ooh, this could be really good. You may want to take that if nothing else stands out here. Take up the shield seems pretty good. Oh, both Radiant Grove and Sunlit Marsh. I'm gonna take both. I almost want to take that now too. Take up the shield seems very good. I'm gonna take the Radiant Grove. Actually, I'm gonna take this. We need some good creatures here. She seems too good to pass up. That guy could be really big. This is tough because I like this guy. We could ramp into Domain here really nicely. I'm gonna take another one of these. I think that's just like too easy of a pull. I don't know, this Necromass, we should look to pick up one of these too. This also seems pretty good. Again, like the white, black, green feels like it's like not a bad play here. Also a good creature. It's kind of interesting. Oh, that's really cool. That's both. That's going to let us find land, and if we can kick it, basically get 2 1/1s. That's pretty solid. This is each player, so that kind of stinks. I'm going to take the coalition. We're going to look for this. We're going to look for another take up the shield. I feel like that's going to be a good combat trick. I like to scout the wilderness. Oh, I'm going to take this guy instead. And I get rewarded. Urborg, this also seems really good. I'm gonna pick up that. We did end up getting the drawbridge, which was pretty cool. That's really interesting. I feel like we have to take the cut down. It's just too good. I do want the Radiant Grove, but cut down. It's too good. Sulphur Springs. It's pretty good removal. That guy actually feels like he would be pretty strong. Do we have an Urborg? We do. Repossession. I'm gonna take this guy. I feel like we need some good top-end creatures at this point. Got some good creatures though, so I guess could focus. Could focus on the removal piece of it. Take the sleeper here. That's nice. That fits what we're trying to do here pretty well. I'm gonna take this again. Another cut down. Wow. I mean, there's no reason we're not taking that. Kind of interesting. Four Reacher for 4, or we get this Enlister. Kind of like that guy. Let's see, we got. I'm gonna take this. Let's Good little 1/1 flyer. Kind of nice. I think these last picks here are going to be pretty easy. Okay. I feel like not a bad. I just don't know where we're like sitting at. But let's get rid of a few things here. Not the biggest fan of that. 19 creatures. Definitely do not want to run 17 lands. So on the cut for 7 here, I like cut down. Kind of want to take a look at what our removal looks like here. Not really a removal, but kind of sits in that space. Not a ton, actually. We're gonna have to rely more so on creatures. With these enlist cards, yeah, it's power to this creatures until end of turn. Yeah, that's unfortunate. This wall could be pretty good, but maybe we get rid of that. You get a creature and a permanent card from your graveyard if we're able to kick for 3, which isn't bad. What would we pull back from a permanent standpoint, though? I mean, I guess we could get 2. Just get 2 creatures back, which isn't bad. I guess how much do we have that relies on domain? So that's kind of the other thing here. Basically nothing. Outside of this guy. So honestly, we can get rid of that. And the beachfront. We'll just be smart with our mana here. $16. 17 creatures. I think maybe we just shift him down. I mean, we're gonna get 3, right? So I don't know. He actually probably becomes way less with us doing that. Just shoring our mana up here. And we essentially have nothing else with domain, so we're really not too concerned about it. Really, we're just playing the kicker piece. I like this spell, but I'm thinking maybe just one of those. Again, helps us mana fix a little bit, which we've got, you know, Death Bloom and Scout. Later on, this spell gets better because we can create 2 1/1s, which is pretty cool, which does help us with enlist, though, so we may want to consider May want to consider bringing this back in. You know, the difference for this ends up being with Enlist. This would be a great Enlist card, because then we can basically pull the 3 power into it. Into another creature, you know, make something like a 4/3 here. Do a few other interesting things. Make a 5/2 flyer. Do we want aggressive sabotage is the question. Maybe this ends up being the one that we get rid of. So where does this put us at? 15 creatures, 9 non-creatures. I feel like that makes sense. And we're running a curve of just under 3 with 16 total lands. I feel like a good mix of lands here too with everything that we got. We'll try this. We'll try this. It feels okay. It feels like we could have some nice synergies with the Enlist side of things. It feels like we could have some good synergies with a little bit of Graveyard. We shall see. So I would like to see some swamps, but we do have some early plays here. We get a 3rd land, we can move into this guy. They do get to go first. We do get the draw. I'll keep this on the draw. It doesn't feel bad. We get 1 swamp. We're in really, really good position. Because honestly, then we can play Knight. I think they're going down to 6. Probably helps us as well. That's the only reason I thought about not keeping was we've got 3 cards that require black sources here, and this is a double black. Oh, they went all the way down to 5. We should have an okay time. Yeah. I'm just gonna ramp out here. We'll just play it without the kicker. That's okay. 2/3 should be pretty good here to get us started. We can follow up with this Enlist card. If they take the block. Nope. And we get a 1/1. Nice. We still need a black source. Couple 3/2s. They've done well for going down to 5, to be honest. We'll just give them some decisions here. The other good part is we're gaining life at the same time, so that is pretty solid. End of turn, we're going to be able to take care of this, though. Yeah, our ability to have lifelink here is pretty good. They do that again, they're in trouble. Double destroy evil is just rude. Do we drop in the flyer or the menacer? I think the menace. Because we could pump it. I mean, we get another swamp here. It's 100% over. I think we attack and list. We have to put 2 resources in front. Let's just see what the blocks look like. Yep, and Menace gets us there. Beautifully played. They did well considering going down to 5. They hit their 3 colors really nicely. Represented some good creatures. We just had the power to toughness ratio we needed there that let us win that. We'll jump into one more here. So we stalled out a little bit on our, not even our splash color. Black was kind of one of our main colors. So nice to be able to see that. So that's just something we got to look for here going forward, trying to make sure that we can get all 3 of those up and running. Again, had we gotten a second swamp there, we're in like really, really good position. But we did nicely, and our removal spells came in pretty clutch. Now this is a beautiful open, because we essentially, turn 1 and turn 2, we have all 3 of our colors. And we can scout the wilderness. We have no creatures, though. They're going first. All right, so they're off to a little bit of a slow start. We're going to take that opportunity to get all 3 of ours down. Want to do this. And I think I want to do this guy. Because the next turn we can Root Weaver. Pop that up if we want to do that. Pretty good. No blocks. We'll take 3. We want to wait a turn for this. So I think it makes sense to play this, kick it. Drop the 1/1 here. We've got Menace. They can't gain life because of this guy. Now this essentially has used up its value. So if they attack with the 3/2, we'll be able to block down. I'm gonna do this, unless they got a combat trick there. I don't know why It's an interesting... Kind of an interesting turn. I'm gonna make sure that we can do this cleanly. Get in for 3. Then we'll scout. I think I want to take a swamp here. Now we can double block down here on the tortoise if we want to do that. Kind of keep the way clear for us. What is this? Let's just go ahead and kill that thing really quickly. And I could cut down on the tortoise, because I can pay the 2. Yes. Auto pay. Force the double block. We'll take down the big guy. I feel like that was a good turn for us. And I don't see a reason why everybody doesn't attack here. And we just go the whole way. Dang, that stinks. I think we go in at 2 here. And then that way I can put the 1/1 counters on each of these things. That feels okay. I mean, as long as they don't play a creature here, even if they do play a creature here. Yep. That was a pretty consistent fight here. And the menace creature seems to be pulling some good weight. Good synergies, though. Good synergies. I think a good mix of removal. We're hitting some good removal targets, and just being able to keep the way clear. And then our creatures are just getting it done at this point. So 2 wins, no losses here to start our quick draft of Dominaria United. I'm enjoying the set. I like it. It's fun. And I am excited for Lost Caverns of Ixalan. So we'll do another video of this probably at the end of the week, finishing up our matches. We'll see if we can continue on with our win streak and pick up some additional gems and those kinds of things. And we will eagerly await the Lost Caverns of Ixalan to release and jump into some drafts and maybe some sealed of that. I'm going to flash some socials. Like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube thing. We got box openings on Wednesdays. We're doing MTG Arena, essentially limited events, Mondays and Fridays. So be sure to check back every week. We've been really consistent with that cycle. So hopefully you're enjoying. Thanks for stopping in. Help us grow the channel. We do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll close this one out. Doc Average Gamer, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.